are set for Monday night in Sunrise. The Panthers and the Penguins, the rematch from the physical battle on Saturday. Great crowd on hand here in Sunrise, and BB&T takes us in the net, Denny, for the rematch.
Well, the visiting goaltender is the second best in the NHL, and that's only because in terms of wins, Marc-Andre Fleury's got 19, Pekka Rinne in Nashville's got 21, but Pekka's played 3 more games. So we're facing the best again tonight. For Roberto Luongo, underline that word best. He wants to be better. He knows a couple of soft goals in the game in Pittsburgh. In particular, he's got to give this young team a chance to get rolling early, so he's got to close the door.
Here we go, Bukestad, Huberdeau, Trocheck on the icing quickly. The Penguins Spalling nearly broke in, picked up by Blake Como. And Pittsburgh in the offensive zone, out in front of chance, and it goes wide from Spalling. Malkin right on the doorstep. Huberdeau knocked him down. The Penguins with the Malkin line on, starting this game with a flurry here. Just 20 seconds gone by. Trocheck plays it around the boards, trying to clear. Harrington able to hold it in. Malkin, Spalling, and Como out for Pittsburgh, and finally the Panthers get it out of trouble.
Well, the troubling thing, Goldie, is that first pass. How does a guy from the face-off circle get in the open? You know those are planned plays. Surprise the Florida Panthers.
Peary now on, along with Jokinen and Boland, and Peary shoots, gloved by Fleury.
You know, it's hard when you want to start off to give up the first chance within a few seconds, and the Florida Panthers did just that right off of the faceoff, and continued chance. Woo, that was Spalling, who's a great utility player for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's going to ask himself, how could I miss the net from 5 feet away? But he did.
Boland stays on for the draw. Panthers get Trocheck and Peary back in the lineup here tonight. Trocheck scored the only goal on Saturday night, so Hayes in there as well this evening for the Panthers. Marcel Gottsch, the one-time Panther, back in South Florida, working up the board, stolen away. And Dmitry Kulikov lost it. Penguins able to hold it in. Mitchell working down low with Farnham. And here comes Jokinen leading a 3-on-2. Boland and Peary. It's Boland setting up Peary for a one-timer. He blistered it wide of Fleury's net. And Farnham will get to center and flip it in. Peary gave him a little shot after the dump in. Good Branson. Back for the Panthers. What a 2-game road trip he had in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh with a physical play and a puck out of play.
Well, I think if you ask Mike Johnson what he's most happy about the game in Pittsburgh, he'd probably say how well my young defenseman played. I mean, he's got young defensemen, 4 of them, 23 and under, with all the injuries and the illnesses. So he was really happy that they supported their goaltender as well as they did. They did allow 42 shots to the Panthers, but not a lot of tough rebounds.
Barkov, Bergenheim, and Hayes for Florida. Cleared out to center, but behind Hayes. And Dumoulin will shoot into the Panther zone. Dylan Olsen moves it around. Bergenheim catches up to it. 2-on-2 with Hayes. Barkov's the trailer. Bergenheim taken away by Dupre. And Dumoulin on the clear. Kunitz over to Crosby. The drop doesn't connect with Hornquist. Now he's got it. Shoots right on from the boards. Our first shot, and Roberto Luongo grabs it.
You know, I guess when you're picking a coach, a GM has got to really evaluate what kind of a commitment to winning your coach will have. Well, I think he showed it in Pittsburgh. Gerard Gallant pulled his goalie with almost 4 minutes remaining in the hockey game. They were down by 2. That's a commitment to winning. Didn't work out this time, but the intent was clear.
As we said, the Penguins had to send some players home for mumps testing. Jeff Zatkoff, the backup goalie, has made it. He's on the Pittsburgh bench. Called up. Blake Como at center. 11 goals on the year for Como, the former Islander. Malkin still with it. Ekblad stays with him. Ekblad gives him a shove, but Big Malkin stays on it. Ekblad finally takes it away. Good work by the 18-year-old on the great Evgeny Malkin. And now Kopetsky with a chance. Hammers one on goal, and Fleury had to close up.
Boy, I like when you see 51 right on top of the play. Brian Campbell, the defenseman, looking for a rebound.
Doctors Hospital brings us our scratches. There it is, Sean Thornton. He will join us live on the air tonight, so we look forward to that. And Brad Boyes and Thomas Fleischman out tonight with Peary and Hayes back in.
Come on, Sean. You're too good on television. Forget it for a few years. Sean Thornton's good.
He's good, but I need him on the ice. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Forget going on TV for a few years. Stay on the ice. And talking with him this morning, he confirmed what we had talked about. He was just chewing on leather there at home watching the game in Pittsburgh. Would have loved to have been part of that melee.
Yeah, that's his kind of night, isn't it? Face-off win for Bukestad. Campbell gives to Huberdeau, turns and shoots, stick save by Fleury. Good quick shot by Huberdeau. And then Trocheck from the sharp angle, put it on net. Klinkhammer breaks out. Penguins acquired him with a trade to the Arizona Coyotes. Trocheck gives to Huberdeau, and now Bukestad will flip it in. Trocheck bearing down and finished the check on Derek Pouliot, and the Panthers hold it in. Trocheck gives to Bukestad. He's got a chance. It's deflected away by Scuderi. Good pressure by the Bukestad line. Olsen on the pinch keeps the play alive. Huberdeau working along the boards. Look at Jonathan Huberdeau getting physical. How you like that? And Trocheck trying to dig it free. Huberdeau back in the battle. Huberdeau takes it away. Looking in front. Instead goes to the point for Olsen. He'll let a wrister go well wide. Gabe Bolin able to track it down. Down low past Huberdeau. That is quite a shift from the 21-year-old Jonathan Huberdeau right there.
I wonder if he picked up any of the spunk from that number 21 Trocheck. Now playing on the right wing on that line.
Kunitz. Pass blocked by Bolin. Good Branson. Flips it ahead for Peary.
Yep.
And the Panthers looking to get out of the zone, and Peary will. Penguins back defensively. Peary gets it deep. Legs are moving well early on for the Panthers. These two teams both played Saturday. Both had the day off yesterday. Bouncing puck at center. Sidney Crosby fires ahead to Kunitz off his stick. Able to gather it in though. Goes cross ice. Dumoulin couldn't handle it cleanly. Now the shot comes all the way through, well wide. Point shot there. Crosby will take it. Dupre with a wrister and he scores. And the Penguins grab the lead early on.
That looks too easy. Maybe that's the way it goes when you're on a roll as the team that's at the top of the Atlantic Division. But here's a little bit of the coaching of Mike Johnson you're going to see. Look at how long Crosby hangs on to the puck, waits. And the more you let them hang on to the puck, the better chance they will have of making a play. There's no charging on Crosby. He finds a little open ice up at the top of the offensive zone, is able to make an easy pass, and Dupre moving to the middle. It's an easy shot to the front of the net. I mean, it turns out that it looks like an easy goal, and the Panthers now know that they're in a hockey game already.
Penguins got a couple early ones the other night, and they get an early one here. Dupre, not sure if it was deflected in front of the net or not. I think it was. There's a look at Hornquist, who was out in front of the net.
Yeah, Hornquist, hasn't scored in a long time. I mean, but he does a lot of good work on that line. But really what happens here is that Hornquist does get a piece of it. You can see with the blade, and that redirects it a little bit. And Roberto Luongo didn't seem to have a chance on the play.
Hornquist from Dupre and Crosby. And the Penguins have the lead. Letang makes a move. He's got a chance blocked away, and Bergenheim looking to get out. 3-on-2 with Hayes and Campbell. Como got back, though. Free puck in front. Barkov, and now Hayes with a shot stopped by Fleury. Oh, Jimmy Hayes went strong to the net. Fleury stood tall. Malkin behind the net. Didn't quite get it in front. And now Campbell.
Well, that's the exact opportunity the Florida Panthers want to recreate. They've got a shot on goal, then they got the rebound as well. Fleury made the stop on that one.
Good Branson in front for Kopecky. Couldn't get a shot off. Behind the net, Kopecky works it free, puts it in front again, but Rust able to control. Knocked away by Upshaw.
Good to see Kopecky back on the ice. He took a heavy fall earlier. He looks to be fine now.
He's a gamer, certainly. Takes a lot of hits. Ebbett with a shot wide. That'll carry towards the blue line. Farnham gives to Ebbett. And Farnham on the line holds it in again. Hit by Goodbranson on Rust, but again it's Ebbett. He gets slammed to the wall by McKenzie. Rust has the puck, puts it out in front, deflected by Goodbranson. Upshaw finds it and gets the center and shoots in. Panthers get a change, so will the Penguins. The early goal by Pittsburgh. Linkhammer after with Mitchell. Those two go hard to the wall. Puck work free. Huberdeau able to win the battle from Gotch. This is a strong physical start to this game for Huberdeau. That's a good sign. Dumoulin. Bjugstad charges him. Trocheck's got it. Puts it out in front off the outside of the net.
He must have been a billiard player at some point in Pittsburgh.
Everything Trocheck gets.
Yeah, using that bank shot like you would to try and make the 8 ball.
No matter where he is, he gets it towards the net. You know, from the angles, that one even below the goal line. So the Panthers done a good job. There really hasn't been any sustained pressure by Pittsburgh yet, but they do have the goal.
One of the things you do see from Pittsburgh is really what you need to be a top team in the NHL. Not only do they have tremendous talent, but they work hard and they work hungry.
Dave Bolin over to Jokinen, the backhander, tipped away. Letang knocked it free. Out in front, Peary didn't quite get all of it. It's UC Jokinen for former Penguin now. Dropped it off, but Crosby is there. Knocked away. Penguins able to clean it up and bang it out.
Boy, even a high-risk play like the play Crosby tried to make, they get away with it.
Here's Letang putting it out in front. Good coverage by Brandon Peary. And Peary pops it to center. Barkov is there throwing it cross ice.
A little high shot there by Hornquist on Barkov.
Right as they both went to the bench. Bergenheim. And now Hayes. Scuderi finds it and just backhands one all the way down. Continuous play and a quick moving opening period.
Panthers still hanging on. They got 6-3 shot lead, and they got rebound shots on Fleury. So those are good things.
Yeah, we'll look for that. That's one of the things you mentioned, Denny, when we spoke before the game about making sure you get that traffic in front, because if Fleury sees it the way he's played this year, he's stopping it all.
Ultra confident, and he's playing like it.
Spalling, hard cross ice. Malkin to the point. Dupre. Sent out in front, the backhander on goal. And Como is stopped by Luongo. 10:57 to go in the first, and the tough Penguins have the lead. Patrick Hornquist on the redirection in front has the early goal tonight for Pittsburgh.
All right, well, let's take you where I think the Florida Panthers have got to focus on. First of all, continue getting the shots to the net. But as you'll see, not a lot of rebound shots. Also, as you can see, the only guy that scored a goal was Trocheck, and he was in front of the net. So the Panthers need to get a little more in front of the net. Then the other thing is watch how Jimmy Hayes gets to the net. You get a better angle coming here. Watch this. Big, strong, drive to the net, make a play. That is more of what you need. And you know why? Simply because they got 4 defensemen that are rookies, basically. Young guys, not a lot of experience back there. So as Coach Gallant told me this morning, we've got to test him a lot more. American League is a big step to the NHL. Those young guys are bound to make mistakes, or at the very least, draw penalties.
Now they got one defenseman playing his second NHL game. One is third, another is 12th. Jokinen gets in, knocked back to center. Penguins have the lead. They've been so good this year overall. 22-6-4 coming in. Fleury will grab it with the glove and hold on. Second best team in the NHL, the Penguins, coming in tonight.
Marc-Andre Fleury is enjoying one of the finest seasons that he's had. He told me when we were in Pittsburgh that Mike Johnson's system, although it's not like ultra different than what a lot of teams are doing, he's really helped him a lot, he feels. And the bottom line is the forwards are not bailing out on him. They're not leaving the defensive zone so early. So if there's a loose puck, one of his teammates has a chance to get it, and it doesn't turn into an ugly shot on goal. Upcoming shows here at the BB&T Center.
next year in 2015, the Winter Jam, and more. Ticketmaster.com has your tickets. Call 954-835-SHOW. After tonight, the Panthers off till Sunday when they host the Maple Leafs. Then the Canadians on the 30th, and New Year's Eve, the Rangers. 3 big games in 4 days. After the break, Kopetsky pushes one towards the net, and now he and Harrington getting into it.
You know, this is more to the advantage of the Pittsburgh Penguins than it is to the Florida Panthers. But I'll tell you what, you're going to see Upshaw getting in the face of these young defensemen because I think that's what he needs to do. Now, the other thing, I've been taking a look at Fleury, and when Fleury was having problems in goal, and every now and then he goes into those little, valleys where he's not doing so well, it's when the opposing team moves the puck sideways, east-west on him. Make him go from post to post.
He went down there. He had to scurry back to his skates on that play. Marcel Gottsch looking to get it out, and he does. But Branson is back. It is going to be a penalty on Dylan Olsen.
Oh, we got a couple of guys going, I think.
Yeah, I think Olsen and Gottsch.
Penalty number 4, interference.
They're sending Gottsch too? No?
Oh, I thought he was...
Now Olsen, Klinkhammer kind of dumped it in, and those two got tied up, and they give him the interference. Olsen didn't like it.
Well, I thought that Kyle Ryman, the other referee, was pointing that there was another infraction. But this is what they're talking about here. It's a judgment call by the referee. Klinkhammer gets the puck in, then he tries to get by, and it's like, one steamship, 2 steamships. And they consider that it's interference if the puck is left the player with enough time.
Malkin, Crosby, Letang all on the ice here, along with Kunitz and Hornquist. Panthers penalty kill was super in Pittsburgh the other night. They need it here. Crosby, drop pass, broken up, but picked up by Letang. He'll set up shop, and now taken away by Jussi Jokinen late in the shift for the penalty killing unit. So Bolin will just kill some time, and the Panthers do get the change.
The difficulty is understanding that this team has 3 of the best power play men in the league. Malkin, Crosby, and Letang on defense.
The Branson hard around.
There's only one defenseman in the last couple of years that has more points per game than Letang, and that's Erik Karlsson in Ottawa. So you know how good Letang has been. Now, Letang has had some issues with injuries, but when he's on the ice, Chris Letang is number 2 in points per game for defensemen in the NHL. There he is. Now we're looking at the immediate, which is power play points. I must tell you, it has changed a lot for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Early in the season, they were running the first 10 games at 36% efficiency. Now, they are running at just over 7% the last several games. 0 for 5 Monday against the Panthers, and they have been 2 for 34. In the last 34 power play opportunities, they scored 2 goals. That's 5.8%. So it's a different power play unit. Panthers were strong in Pittsburgh on Monday. They have to do the same thing here.
They're getting a little clock check here, making sure things are okay. Let's go down to Billy.
And Denny, you mentioned 5 shorthanded times last game in Pittsburgh. Panthers can't be shorthanded 5 times tonight. I know this power play's been struggling, but you cannot give them that many opportunities. 1 here in this first period, but the Panthers have to make sure they stay out of that penalty box. They're playing with fire if you keep going into that box.
They've got to add a couple of seconds to that clock. There we go. So now 9:10 to go in the period.
Now, Billy's right. I mean, these guys practice their power play every single day. And sooner or later, with that kind of talent, it's going to come out. So you don't want to test it.
Now we've got things reset. So the Penguins continue on the power play. Add 2 seconds to both the game clock and the power play time. Panthers up to 10th in the NHL in the penalty kill at home. It's really come on here. Dave Bolland out to take the draw, wearing one of the A's tonight for the Panthers. Big crowd on hand here at the BB&T Center, holiday week. And Gottsch won the faceoff. Here's a shot, pad save Luongo, and he covers up in the blue paint.
So, they're quickly falling down. They were way ahead, as I said, 36% first 10 or 12 games of the season. Now they're quickly going down as St. Louis, Washington, and San Jose are putting some numbers up. And St. Louis and Washington, you might as well just say Tarasenko and Ovechkin. See that goal he scored the other night there, Goldie?
Unbelievable. Unreal.
The thing I keep shaking my head at is that Ovechkin's 235 pounds.
Malkin gets things set up. Malkin looks, watched by McKenzie. Feeds the circle to Letang. Crosby's on the near side. The pass goes down low to Kunitz. In front, Crosby. Touch pass up high. It's Crosby again. To the goal line. Kunitz turns. Nice poke check there by Roberto Luongo on Kunitz. To try to get to the forehand. Crosby now out in front. Letang's got to gather it off the skate. Crosby again. Puts it out in front and pinballs on goal off the Panther. And Luongo makes the stop.
Oh my, I tell you what, Kulikov had the puck in his skate, not much you're going to do, and it went right into the pads of Roberto Luongo, who covers the lower part of the net as well as anybody. Right here, you've got Kulikov. You'll see that puck go right off of his skate and right into the pads of Roberto Luongo, which is a good thing.
8 seconds left on Dylan Olsen's penalty now.
Notice the captain getting a little nasty early. You got to protect that blue paint.
Barkov tied up Ebbett off the draw, but Dupre has the puck, and now Rust with a sharp angle shot. Luongo the save. And Dylan Olsen is out of the box, so the Panthers do the job on the penalty kill. Here in the first, it remains a 1-0 lead for the Penguins. Penguins have the early lead. This is the second of the home and home. They played Saturday in Pittsburgh, and both for Denny Potvin and you, Bill Lindsay. It was the type of game I know you guys enjoy.
It was feisty last game in Pittsburgh. There were 76 combined penalty minutes. The last 3 games they played last year, there was only 52 penalty minutes. So that eclipsed the total from all 3 games last year. I like that style, and you take a look at the list up and down. I love the good Branson fight, but a lot of team toughness. Everyone's sticking up for each other, and I think this says a lot about the team chemistry for the Panthers, that they're able to stick up for each other.
Well, it's what you need if you're going to play in the playoffs, and Billy knows well about that with the 96 team when they beat these Pittsburgh Penguins in a very unlikely win in a playoff series. They were just nastier than the Penguins.
Panthers rush in, the Barkov line. Point shot bounces in front. But the Penguins are able to clear it away. Farnham in a race with Goodbranson. Goodbranson gives him a good shoulder. Boy, Eric Goodbranson's physical play of late has been outstanding.
You knew that was coming. Farnham, 34, that white jersey, was surely running around in Pittsburgh. They love him in Pittsburgh, this kid. He is really a high-energy kind of a player. Worked his way into getting a contract from Jim Rutherford, the general manager of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and he brings feistiness. But you know what? If you're going to bring it, you got to take it. And Goodbranson certainly remembers that number 34 and gave him a pretty good clean shot, which is important.
That's been key. You know, they brought up that point that the last 3 games, Goodbranson has been physical but hasn't taken any in penalties. He's really been able to time it well.
Yep.
Panthers here down 1-0. 4-0-1 in the last 5 at home. Points in 7 of 8 on home ice. They'll have to get one back here against Marc-Andre Fleury. Brandon Peary after the puck. Played, though, by Dupre under pressure. Simon Dupre up ahead for Como. And now it's Malkin dancing up the line to drop for Como. He'll let one go. It's blocked away by Ekblad. Along the boards, Ekblad got enough of it, but didn't get it out. Point shot high over Luongo's net. Everybody ducked for cover. Campbell scoops it up. On the back check, it goes on goal from Malkin. And Luongo freezes it.
Well, they check hard. You're not looking at a lot of players that have recognizable names. I mean, you do have Malkin in the middle, but what these Pittsburgh Penguins have been able to do is quite remarkable when you consider the 10 players that are out of the lineup, all regulars, various illnesses or injuries, yet their farm team, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, has supplied them with a lot of energy.
Trocheck looking to run out of the zone. Now it's Huberdeau. Goes wide on Letang. Huberdeau stays with it. Huberdeau fights off the check. Fires to the line. Willie Mitchell with a big blast. That went wide of the net. And Hornquist, who has the goal for Pittsburgh, dumps it down the ice. Mitchell on the reverse. Kulikov. Trocheck. Nice little feed for Huberdeau. 1-on-2. Huberdeau carries deep. Strong again by Huberdeau tonight. Double teamed in the corner. Crosby trying to dig it out of there. Now Bjugstad joins in. It comes free to Pouliot. The 20-year-old rookie made his NHL debut the other night. This puck touched with a high stick and a whistle.
And Goldie, to follow up your comment on the Panthers penalty killing being better on home ice, Panthers are 5-1-2 in their last 8 games at home. Their penalty killing has been 18 of 19, now 19 of 20 with that first kill against the Penguins. So it has picked up dramatically here at home.
Well, they've really got that chemistry now. McKenzie and Kopecky, and now with Bolin back. They've got some real set units. And, of course, Roberto Luongo has been phenomenal all season for the Panthers. Evatt with a steal. He fires. Oh, and Dylan Olsen deflected it away. They're enjoying it tonight in Sunrise, looking for the Panthers to get on the board. The Pens have the lead. Nice crowd on hand here at the BB&T Center tonight, but the Penguins have the early lead.
You know, I don't want to say that this organization's lucky, but they did get Malkin, they got Crosby in the draft, and on, Mario Lemieux. But look at this kid, Pouliot. He is the 7th player in franchise history to score a goal on his first career NHL shot on goal. 7 guys in this franchise have accomplished that, and it started with Mario Lemieux. He is now the co-owner and chairman of this hockey team, and Mario, he scored on a breakaway in 1984. That was his very first shot in the NHL, scored a goal. 7 guys in total. Quite amazing.
Talking to Aaron Ekblad this morning, he knows him well. Pouliot raving about the young defenseman. Upshall to center, cut off by Scuderi at the line. McKenzie after him, and McKenzie forces the turnover. Goodbranson one-hands it to hold it in, and McKenzie now gives to Upshall, tipped away. Kopecky shovels it in front. McKenzie couldn't get a shot off, tipped away at the last moment.
Well, that veteran defenseman Scuderi there making one heck of a play.
Goodbranson waits and finds McKenzie. Forced back. Now gets it ahead for Kopecky. Fan on the shooting attempt. So he'll reset it to Willie Mitchell. Hornquist on a deflection in front of a Dupre shot. The Pittsburgh goal. Hayes moves in. Pouliot hit by Barkov. Hayes lets it go to Mitchell. Looking to get a lane. Mitchell holding. Goes cross ice. And it comes out of the zone. Mitchell back to cover.
I think that Mitchell wanted that back right away. Sometimes you don't see the guy on the far side, and you've got it in your mind to make that play across the ice. Once he released that pass, I think he wanted it back.
Mitchell fires up the boards. Bergenheim plays it. Nice little feed to Hayes. He's onside. The drop for Barkov, and back down low it goes. But Dumoulin was able to move it along. Hayes finished the check on him. Ekblad now over to Campbell.
Hayes didn't play on Monday night in Pittsburgh. His big body, he's making good use of it. He got a couple of hits on that last shift.
Now Hayes and Peary with the scratches Saturday. Tonight it's Fleischmann and Boys, so Panthers have that depth up front. It's a good thing. Kunitz with Peary in tow. Hornquist finds a loose puck, tipped away by Campbell. Here's Crosby behind the net. Moves it to the point, Letang. He goes cross ice. That came out of the zone. Pierre Racicot was Johnny on the spot, making the call. Kids, you could try free hockey. That's right, parents. Sign your child up ages 4 through 10 this January at 4 South Florida Hockey Rinks. www.floridapanthers.com/hockey clinics has all the information. Public schools, private schools, all on break. Great to see all the kids out in Sunrise tonight. Super crowd on hand. It'll be that way on Sunday against the Leafs, and then next week the Canadians and the Rangers come in. Trocheck gives to Huberdeau. Shot was deflected away. Huberdeau again in front, but the Penguins are on it. Ekblad gave Farnham a check. Huberdeau ahead. Trocheck. Fleury now backhands around. It rolls to the point. Campbell slides over. Scuderi. Penguins go for a change. Panthers try to catch him, but it rolled on Huberdeau. Dupre. Nice play there. And Malkin, look out, speeding through center into the Panther zone. The centering feed, the chance for Como goes wide. Trocheck was there on the back check. Bukestad. And Goodbranson able to get it out for Huberdeau, but stolen away. Panthers finish up the change. And the McKenzie line back on for Florida. Upshaw on the forecheck forces Letang all the way back, and now McKenzie got a piece of it, but it carries to Crosby, and the Penguins finally able to get out. Letang leads the charge with a wrister right on, and Luongo makes the stop.
Well, there's a backup goalie, Jeff Zatkoff. He did not make it for warm-ups. Pretty rare. Had to come from Wilkes-Barre, trying to get these guys back. Grice was sent back this morning, the backup goalie. Similar situation happened to the Florida Panthers, so let's take you back. You recognize this guy? There's Tallis, you know, by the turtleneck. Rob Tallis had to take the warm-up backup goaltending situation because of a similar situation. Could get the backup goalie ready to play, and the goalie coach comes to the rescue. A fellow named Mike Bales, former goaltender in the NHL, did exactly that for the Pittsburgh Penguins today at the pregame skate, and Mike Bales borrowed Tallis's pads. Wow, I tell you what, how disorganizing this mumps thing has been, particularly for the Penguins. I don't think any team has been hit as hard.
Panthers and their training staff did a great job way back over a month ago, making sure they were on top of it, getting everybody, tested and really taking care of the business properly. And it showed. Here comes Crosby moving in and shooting. He doesn't need much room, Sidney Crosby. Kulikov, Barkov, the clear, but Letang has it at the red line. Both teams get the change. The Bolin line now on for the Panthers. Here's Bolin looking, goes cross ice. Mitchell for Jokinen, and he tips it deep in the zone. Pouliot, first man back. Peary on the forecheck on Rust. Rust couldn't clear it out. Rust will try again, and does get it to center. Less than a minute to go now here in the opening period. Scoring chances have been few and far between, especially since the first 5-6 minutes of this game. It has been a tight hockey game. Here comes Ebbett. Puck deflected and came around Dave Bolin. Look out, couldn't get out of the zone. Goodbranson and Bolin again. This time has room with the Penguins, getting a 5-man change. Shot in on goal by Jokinen. Trocheck spun around Dupre. Como dumps in. Campbell got a glove on it. Malkin picks it up. Nice poke check by Ekblad. And Trocheck back on D. Clears to center. Huberdeau desperately tried to knock it out of the air. Couldn't do it. Dumoulin. Nice little move there. Stolen now by Huberdeau. But the period will come to an end with the Penguins getting the only goal. It came 4.5 into the game.
Florida Panthers had 9 shots on goal. A couple of those were rebound shots. Florida Panthers did some very good things in that period. They've got to be able to continue. 20 minutes to play. And what they're known for is resiliency and never stop the pressure. So the Panthers are going to regroup and bring that for the next 40.
Great holiday crowd on hand on this Monday night. The Panthers and the Pittsburgh Penguins, the rematch from Saturday's game. In that game, Danny, we had more than a half an hour of penalty minutes in the first period. Only one minor called here tonight. But moving forward, what do the Panthers need to do to make life more difficult for Marc-Andre Fleury?
Well, you know what? I think they've done what they need to do. They got in front of him. They got some rebounds, stayed out of the penalty box. They rolled their 4 lines. Those are all things that spell Panther hockey. I think it's just a matter of time.
All right, let's get into that first period where the Penguins did get the only goal as Denny hits the telestrator.
Here's where I want you to look. This is where the play ends up, but it starts with the back defenseman. Now, the Pittsburgh Penguins are trying to break out pass. They did this in Pittsburgh. Wow, how do you allow that? Panthers have to be ready for that quick play. Now, they think they're out of trouble, but the problem is they're scrambling. Watch number 13 picks up a loose puck. Good thing Spalling ended up missing the net. That was in the opening seconds of the Florida Panthers hockey game.
There's the goal scorer, Hornquist, on that deflection in front at 4:39 of the period. Came over from Nashville in that trade involving James Neal. And Hornquist has fit in well. In Pittsburgh, Roberto Luongo shut the door after that to keep this at a 1-0 game. There's the man, Marc-Andre Fleury, third in the NHL in save percentage. 45 saves in Pittsburgh's 3-1 win the other night over the Panthers. The Bjugstad line will begin this second period with Huberdeau and Trocheck on the wings against the Malkin line. And here we go in the second. Spalling able to flip it over the Panther line. And Spalling battling with Campbell. Campbell gets hit hard from behind there. Free puck behind the net. Como chips it out in front. Luongo has the post hugged. And now another shot blocked by Trocheck. This line started the game in the Panther zone, the Malkin line. Right off the draw. Here's Malkin in front. Luongo the save. And Malkin took a penalty. He tripped Ryan Campbell. And oh my, a turn of events there from a great chance by Malkin to a Panther power play.
Well, this is right in the playbook. Somehow draw penalties on the Pittsburgh Penguins so that you can start activating your power play.
Pittsburgh penalty 71, trip.
And there you see Brian Campbell taking the puck away from Malkin, trying to go to the corner to get out of the way, and Malkin will say, well, he stepped on my stick. Well, that's still stripping. So the Panthers, who scored a power play goal the last time these two teams met, need to get that kind of production. They need their power play to be consistent.
They go Barkov, Jokinen, and Hayes, but Barkov couldn't win the faceoff from Gotch, and the Penguins get the quick clear all the way down. See what the Cats can do here on the man advantage. Campbell hits Barkov in stride. Barkov gets around one man. Put it around the boards, Ekblad. Cut off by Ebbett. Ekblad stepped up, got a piece of it. Work along the boards. Hayes is there. Hayes has it. Hayes walks out in front. Hayes to the backhand. Oh, Fleury with the save. Hayes went strong to the net. It's Jokinen now. Ekblad up high. The flip for Jokinen. Back again for Ekblad. He waits now. Shoots. Saved by Fleury and no rebound.
I hope you're with us when we did the open, guys, because we showed exactly the play that Hayes does. Drive to the net, force him to bring it down. Look what he does here on his play. That is the best save by Marc-Andre Fleury in this game so far, as Hayes, with his size, goes to the net unchallenged. That's what you've got to be able to exploit. The Pittsburgh defense are not that big, and you had experience in Scuderi on the ice at that time.
Played by Kulikov up high. They're set up again. This is Huberdeau for Kulikov in the slot. Last one wide of the net. Huberdeau behind. Now it's Bjugstad and Goodbranson at the point. Bjugstad let it go through. Huberdeau races over with Letang. Kulikov steps up. Letang under pressure, able to flip it out. That's a strong play by Chris Letang, and the Panthers have to come all the way back. Crosby and Spalling go off on the PK as Goodbranson resets. Off Trocheck's stick. Harrington gets it around Letang, around the boards. Goodbranson able to hold it in for Huberdeau. The little pass to Trocheck and back again. Now it's Kulikov moving and shooting. It's blocked. Carries to the blue line. Goodbranson hustles over. He held it in. Bjugstad tried to settle the puck down in a big collision. Trocheck. Huberdeau again. Bjugstad going to the net. The pass in front was deflected away though. Goodbranson. And now Trocheck. On the goal line, Huberdeau. Up high, Kulikov. Goes cross ice. The one-timer, that one off the crossbar by Goodbranson and out of play.
Well, they heard that one on Sunrise Highway. That thing went right off of the crossbar and out of the playing area. Good puck movement by the Florida Panthers. Good foot movement as they're moving their feet to get into the open. Goodbranson there couldn't get a better pass than what he got from Kulikov. And went off the crossbar.
They can't do much more in the power play except put the puck in the net. I mean, both units with great chances, and now Malkin is back, so the Penguins have killed it off. Only goal came 4:39 into the game from Pittsburgh. Panthers put 3 shots against Fleury.
I tell you, as I said earlier, they're doing a lot of things well on the Panthers.
Brandon Peary lets go and kicked out by Fleury. Good pad save. Jokinen outworks Crosby. Mitchell. Shot blocked by Hornquist. He broke his stick. Olsen hammers back in. Bolin with a chip in front. Jokinen shot saved by Fleury again. The Panthers are coming at Marc-Andre Fleury now.
And they're coming at everything in white. Their pursuit is a little tougher than it was in the early part of the game in the first period. Panthers are looking like they are on top.
We've got a call here. Como, I think, took down Mitchell, and he did, and the Panthers will get another power play.
Team interference.
Well, there you heard the interference call. What's good about this is that it appears over the last couple of shifts, started by a good power play. There's the interference call. Pretty clear right there, as Willie Mitchell was never able to get to the puck. But you want to build that landscape. You want to build up to goal scoring. And the Panthers have had those kinds of shifts, as I said, led by a solid power play.
They had 9 shots on goal in the first. They've already got 5 here in the second. Gotch and Bjugstad on the draw. Second straight man advantage for the Panthers. And Bjugstad tied up Gotch, and Huberdeau helped out in the circle. Campbell lets fly. That misses wide and carries all the way out. Panthers forced to reset. Campbell gives ahead for Trocheck. Takes a shot wide. Poked up the boards and then all the way down.
Well, that's 2 shots that miss the net, and as soon as you miss the net, the puck is outside the zone. Is there a lesson there?
Campbell up the middle, dumps in. Bjugstad, first man on it behind the net, but taken now by Dupre. He's checked. Huberdeau up high for Campbell quickly. Here's Aaron Ekblad. Campbell again. Cross ice pass, has Bjugstad. Ekblad, watched by Crosby, Bjugstad and Campbell. They move it nicely. Campbell shoots, save, rebound. Panthers trying to find it. Bjugstad with a shot. Fleury makes the save. And a Marc-Andre Fleury keeping the Panthers off the score sheet so far.
I don't know. I tell you what, defenseman Dupre could easily have been called for closing his hand on the puck. Watch how it happens there. He is 47. He's down there. He's closing his hand on the puck. There's the replay. That's closing your hand on a puck, boy. That's pretty close. I mean, judgment call again. But that could certainly have been a penalty there.
Panthers win the draw. Goodbranson hit the crossbar moments ago. Jokinen goes for Barkov. They're moving it nicely here, but too far for Goodbranson. Kulikov will get back. And Spaulding gets a steal here.
Well, he played a long time in Nashville. He knows how to play the defensive side of the puck. And particularly now, Nick Spaulding has been a big asset to this team, the Pittsburgh Penguins, with all the injuries. He can play any position.
Panthers can't get out of their own zone right now. Finally, Barkov does. Hayes. Jimmy Hayes in the corner. Ebbett works on him. Barkov there. Hayes has it. Up high it goes, and it's past Willie Mitchell. It was bouncing on him.
Don't lose faith, boys. That's one thing the Florida Panthers have done throughout the season. Things don't go well. They still seem to work hard till it finally works for them.
Peary winds up and fires. It's blocked. Peary again. That one missed the net. Panthers hold it in momentarily. Scuderi checked by Bergenheim. Free puck. Dave Boland's on it. He shoots quickly. Arm save. Fleury. It's Peary behind the net. The Panthers just throwing pucks all over Marc-Andre Fleury, trying to beat him. Willie Mitchell floats it to the corner. Peary trying to hunt it down, but Crosby has it, and Malkin will get out.
You know they're feeling like they're in trouble when both Malkin and Crosby get off the ice at the same time.
Shots of this period on goal, 8-1 for the Panthers. Now we get a whistle and a hand pass called. Fans, it's the You Pick 6 package. Customize your own 6-game ticket package for as low as $114. Call 954-835-PUCK. Nearly halfway through this hockey season, the Panthers right in the mix, playing some strong hockey. And this is the start of a 4-game homestand tonight.
Not a lot of things that you can say the Panthers need to do. They've done a lot. There's one thing, though, I'll bring up. Nick Dugstad, you're going to get a call from your Uncle Scott, who's the shooting coach in Minnesota. Scott doesn't have a shot on goal so far. Scott Dugstad, without a doubt, best wrist shot on the team. Got to get in a position to get some shots.
Goodbranson fires to center. McKenzie dumps it over the line. Dupre. And now Dumoulin couldn't handle it cleanly, but he does get the clear all the way down. There'll be an icing call.
You know, one of the things that, you know, if you've been around the game for a long time, you try and get into the head, you know, either through watching their play or the body language. But Darren McKenzie right now is going against Marcel Gottsch. That victory has got to be won on every shift. And McKenzie knows that if he can be better than that Gottsch line, he is doing something to help his hockey team. Those are both energy lines, both lines that don't expect to score a lot of goals, but you still want to create the pressure, maybe get that lucky bounce.
Trocheck now in the circle against Gottsch. Taken by Dupre. Trocheck steps in there on Dumoulin. Those two in the corner. Kunitz has it, though. And Kunitz clears to center. Huberdeau trying to pick it off the skates. Couldn't do it cleanly. Kunitz puts it out towards the front of the net. Tipped away off the glass. And Huberdeau to center. Hornquist took it there. Panthers bat it back the other way. Trocheck trying to get around one man. Couldn't do it. Huberdeau over the line. Taken back by Letang. Not much room out there right now. Now the Penguins break in. Rust watched by Campbell. Trocheck right in your face. Funnels it around the boards. Ekblad blocked the centering attempt. Farnham at the line keeps it in. Ebbett looking in front. Tucked it right in front of the net. Carries to the point. Letang shoots. Luongo tracked that one easily. And then Farnham gave a little shot to Campbell. Huberdeau responds. It remains 1-0 Pittsburgh. It remains a 1-0 game here in Sunrise, Florida. You never know who's at a Panthers game, Bill Lindsay.
Got a special guest, John Ratzenberger, a.k.a. Cliff Clavin of Cheers fame. How did you become a hockey fan?
Well, it's really the Panthers. I was rooting for another team until comparatively recently when I studied up on this team. They got such strong, young players. This team is going to win the Stanley Cup before you know it.
So the Panthers are your favorite team?
The Panthers, I flew in from Los Angeles just for this game tonight.
Nice. Who's your favorite player?
Well, Sean Thornton.
Nice.
Because he has the same name as John Wayne did in The Quiet Man.
Nice. You like the tough guys. And what's your favorite part of hockey? How did you get into hockey?
Well, I grew up in New England, so it's sort of just part of your DNA. My first pair of skates was hockey skates, and that's what you do.
Thanks for your time.
Not at all.
A great guest there. John Ratzenberger, of course, famous actor here at the game tonight. Good to hear he's a Panther fan. Hayes with a steal from Fleury, but Malkin takes it away. Como, broken up by Goodbranson, tips it out to center, and Bergenheim trying to get in. Bergenheim does. Bergenheim, the feed, it's knocked away. He was looking for Hayes. Dylan Olsen for the Panthers. Gives to Goodbranson. Panthers have had 2 power plays already in the second. They had some great looks and good chances. Marc-Andre Fleury made the saves. He stopped 45 of 46 against the Panthers Saturday. Kunitz. Crosby turns in. Kunitz now with a chance. It rang off the post. Oh, what a feed there by Crosby. Here comes Peary the other way for Florida. In over the line, gives to Bolin. Lead pass tipped away. Kulikov was trying to get in on the back door there. Scuderi on the clear. Glove down at center. Pens are on it, though. It's Kunitz again. Bolin on the back check. Stole the puck. Peary at the line. Looking for some help. Fires cross ice. It was behind Mitchell, though. Only goal came 4:39 into the game. A point shot by Dupre, deflected in by Hornquist. Icing call. Fans come on out early this holiday week. The Miami Brewing Company Beer Garden here at the BB&T Center opened 90 minutes before face-off for the next 3 games. And then next Tuesday against the Canadiens, an hour and a half before face-off, the Chairman's Club Buffet is open. So we hope to see you here, as many have tonight. A great crowd on hand. And come early. We'll have them all for you as well right here on Fox Sports Florida. Rust now looking for some room. Takes a shot wide. Penalty coming up. I think Klinkhammer got one in the face. It might be a high stick on the Panthers. And it is.
Boy, they're checking to see if it's a 4-minute or a 2-minute penalty.
Florida penalty number 5, 2 minutes, high stick.
Well, let's take a look right in the middle of your screen. There is the stick, and that is sold really well, I must tell you.
Penguins win the faceoff. Letang up at the line. Here's Crosby. Malkin over on the near side. Crosby, did he break his stick? Yeah, he broke it up. And look at that, he got a new one back and holds it in the zone. Malkin puts it in front wide. Hornquist now. Over to Malkin again. Creeping in and shooting. Malkin centering pass knocked away by Kulikov. Kulikov works on Evgeny Malkin, but Hornquist has the puck. Back checking of the Panthers trying to get out of the zone. But Malkin again behind the net. Crosby for Letang up high. McKenzie chases him. Crosby. Stick handling in the backhander. Here's Hornquist. Luongo with a great save. He got him with the right arm. Crosby again. Hornquist to the forehand. Tipped away, and McKenzie does the work.
Tell you what, Hornquist is not a natural. He does have 12 goals on the season, but boys, he had some good opportunities.
Going back to Saturday, the Panthers have done the job in the penalty kill. Trying to do it again here. Kunitz in front. Couldn't get a shot off. Crosby. Back pass for Kunitz. Knocked down by Bolin. It's Letang taking a shot. Deflected. It went wide. Cross ice. This is Malkin. Letting one go. That missed the net. It'll carry all the way down. And
Thank you very much. Florida Panthers get a chance to get a much-needed line change.
And the Penguins send some of their crew off the ice. Letang stays on. Lead pass tracked down by Gotch. Luongo got a stick on it. It's out of play.
Hornquist 72, right side of your screen. He gets the puck right there, and he never really had a chance. He's trying to get the puck going quickly. Oh, wow. That was Dmitry Kulikov who got a stick on that shot. I thought it was initially a save, but Kulikov just got enough of that puck to redirect it just wide of the net. Good play by the defenseman, Dmitry Kulikov. Wants to get more power play time with Dmitry. He's been playing solidly defensively with his partner Mitchell against all the top lines.
Como speeds in. Power play is over. They put one shot on goal. Pouliot with a shot. Luongo holds it. As we expected, a tight hockey game between the Panthers and the Penguins as we move along in the middle period. Pittsburgh Penguins in South Florida for the first time this year. They've got a lead on an early goal.
Well, I tell you what, this is the assistant equipment manager for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So let me take you to the play. Unbelievable. Watch this. He will have to go. He's lost his stick. This is Crosby. The stick is right there. He now gets the puck back and is able to make a play on goal. You don't think that a hockey game is played by everybody with skates on. Now you know. A lot of guys on the bench are responsible for great plays happening. That was impressive.
Impressive on the forecheck here by Huberdeau and Bjugstad, but Trocheck's centering pass is stolen away. Ekblad hit. Ekblad still able to stay with it and find Trocheck. Panthers break out again. It's Bukestad. Cross ice. Jumps in the air. Campbell steps up. Trocheck trying to dig it out of there. Does. Bukestad at the goal line. Bukestad trying to lose Dupre. Gives to Campbell. Trocheck again. Finds Campbell nicely. Campbell takes a wrist shot blocked in front. Ekblad slides down. He gets chopped down hard by Klinkhammer. And now a chance for Trocheck. Stopped by Fleury. And now they get into it in front again. There's Farnham right in the middle of it one more time for Pittsburgh. Bukestad's got him.
I'll take you where all of this started. Ekblad goes into the corner and gets knocked down by Klinkhammer, but the play goes to the front of the net. What really starts it up is the fact that the Panthers are doing the right thing. They're going to the net, looking for rebounds led by Trocheck. And all of this melee doesn't mean anything. What's most important is what happened after the initial shot on goal. And that is what the Panthers need to continue to break through. Marc-Andre Fleury's dominance right now in goal. He's got a shutout going.
What a season he's having. Got half a dozen shutouts already this year. Big crowd on hand looking to see the Panthers get it tied. Look at the job they've done defensively. Remember, Pittsburgh's had 2 power plays and overall only a dozen shots on goal. Barkov has to wait for everyone to get on side. He does. Takes a shot. Pad save Fleury. Letang on the rebound. He gets checked. But there to clean it up. Dumoulin. Blake Comeau. Strong play by Olsen. Comeau's got it again. Bodies go down. Side of that Panther net. Puck squirts past Malkin. Letang throws it on goal. And Luongo will put the glove on top of it and grab a whistle. Tonight on Fox Sports Live, they've got all the news from around the world of sports, including NHL and NBA highlights. Fox Sports Live tonight on Fox Sports 1 and streaming on Fox Sports Go. Crosby and Bolin in the circle. It comes along the boards. Pouliot. Hornquist hit by Kulikov. Bolin is back defensively and gets it out to center for Brandon Peary. Peary and Jokinen will try to get in now on the forecheck. And Jokinen able to play it up high. Kulikov slap shot that fluttered over the net. Peary after with Hornquist. Bolin in there as well. Crosby able to get away. Free puck. Bolin took a swipe at it. Hornquist puts it out towards the front of the net. It rolled away from Crosby. He's able to bat it back to Kunitz. Crosby, checked by Willie Mitchell. But Crosby keeps on battling. And Kunitz takes away. And a whistle and a hand pass will be called, I believe. Well, that was a heavyweight battle down low between Mitchell and Crosby. Let's go down to Billy.
And for the Panthers, they only have 10 goals in the last 6 games. And Goldie, you made a great point to me in this morning. Those 10 goals have been by 10 different players. The Panthers need some players to get hot in bunches. It's spread out, and it's spread out in a bad way. Bukestad carried the load there for a while, but they need some players to get on a roll.
Yeah, they're 3-2-1 in those last 6 games. Well, they've done, you can tell what a great job they've done defensively. They haven't scored much. Now here, right now, they don't care who. They just want to get one and get it even. Kopetsky, checked by Dumoulin. Kopetsky again. Now Upshaw shoots from the angle. Goodbranson hustles over. He takes a slap shot. That's blocked away in front. Kopetsky working again. Upshaw puts it in front. Cut off by Rust. And Rust will speed out to center and into the Panther zone. And Rust takes a shot blocked by Olsen. Rolls up to the line. Cameron Olsen bang. Dylan Olsen won that physical battle. Penguins hold it in again. The shot goes wide. Big carom off the end boards, and Malkin misses high. Comeau now off the bench. Puts it out in front. Goodbranson cut it off. And this will be an icing on the Panthers.
Well, we talked about, Goldie talked about the scorers, and you don't get a lot of goals if you're not shooting the puck a lot. But here are a couple of guys that have been leading the way. Nick Bjugstad, Jimmy Hayes, Sean Bergenheim, Brad Boyce not in the lineup tonight. But Aaron Ekblad certainly doing their job, and overall, a lot of the goal scoring has been done at even strength.
And the Panthers, when they score 2 goals or less, are .500 on the season. 8-8-2. That is the second best record in the NHL when scoring 2 goals or less, so it leads to their defensive prowess. Now, well, they've done defensively to stay in games not scoring a lot of goals.
Gerard Gallant is making his point very clearly to his 5 on the ice after that icing. Gerard Gallant really, he wants this team going hard, intense hockey, and he's an intense man, as you know. And the nice thing with Gallant, Denny, when he has something to say, everybody takes notice. He doesn't do it all the time. He's not screaming and yelling back there all game every night.
He certainly is more of a confidence builder than attacking your play and personality, that type of coach, and there are some out there. And he does have a young team, 4 players, 23 and under. I think there's 9 of them in the lineup tonight.
McKenzie ahead for Upshaw. But Branson's joining the rush. This is a 3-on-2. Here comes, it's offside. Kopetsky in early. Good Branson was frustrated, thought he had a chance. We get a timeout with less than 5 minutes now left in the second. The Panthers, they've done all season. Locked in a tight game, 1-0. The Penguins scored early in the first at 4:39. And the Cats, well, most of their games end up being decided by 1 goal. In fact, any 22 of the 31, and they have done a super job at accumulating points in these 1-goal games.
Well, exactly. And the Florida Panthers, though, are meeting teams that are pretty good at playing tight hockey when they need to. You got the Pittsburgh Penguins right now. They're missing a lot of their staff. But you know what? They just don't give you a lot. And if they can chip in a goal with a deflection here and there, they win their hockey games. Florida Panthers have got to learn to do that as well. And, what I've seen of the Florida Panthers in these last couple of games is that guys like Bjugstad have not really been able to get into the open and get those shots on goal. It certainly could be credit to good defensive play by the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Bjugstad line on here. Huberdeau after the puck, but he couldn't settle it down. Kunitz plays it down low for Hornquist. Knocked away by Mitchell and Trocheck. Now Huberdeau skates out. Bjugstad is with him. Huberdeau gets it deep. Bjugstad after it. Fleury, though, able to get a stick. And Crosby will funnel it out to center. Hornquist. Chorney fanned on the attempt to get it deep, and now he does. Mitchell sends it right back up the wall.
Well, Chorney's out there, 44. Doesn't get a lot of minutes. But this is his first NHL game ever.
Kulikov leads Bjugstad to the Pittsburgh line. Cuts to the middle. Bjugstad looking for a chance. He got hit hard by Letang. Then Trocheck gave Rust a shot as he cleared the zone. Andrew Ebbett. Campbell had him lined up, and Ebbett lost the puck as he eluded the check of Campbell. Sean Bergenheim now to center. Lead pass tipped. Pouliot. Markov got a piece of it. And Bergenheim gives to Ekblad. It's through him. Farnham after it. Campbell getting back. Luongo way out of the net. Farnham goes hard into the boards. That was one of those tweeners.
Yeah,
Okay, what are you going to do? You're going to go? You're not going to go? Luongo was sure, though. He made the commitment.
Well, I like how it turned out.
Oh, my. Bergenheim lit up Farnham. Bobby Farnham was running around all night, and Sean Bergenheim with a huge hit. Hopefully he's okay. It was a clean hit by Bergenheim.
You live by the sword, you fall by the sword. And Farnham, who really ran around in Pittsburgh, had no idea as he turned around that Bergenheim was coming with back pressure.
Hopefully he's okay as the Penguins training staff attends to Bobby Farnham.
Farnham is one of those great stories where, as you can see, fourth-line player absolutely wanted to get an NHL contract, works hard in every way, and one of the things is he's got to bounce people around. This time here, he had no idea that there is a Finnish brick coming at him the other way.
Perfect hit by Bergenheim there with the shoulder. Didn't get the lead up high, and Farnham going off the ice now. Luckily, he's okay.
You know, Bergenheim is so solid. I mean, he really is a solid body, and that's why when he goes into his F1 role, the forechecking role, he can do a lot of damage. Helsinki, Finland. Reminds me of a guy long ago. I know you'll know his name. Former Panther. His name was Esa Tikkanen. A Finnish player who really played a tough, nasty game and was built not dissimilar to how Bergenheim is built. Solidly built.
See, that gives the Panthers a little juice. Certainly the crowd loved it. Jokinen into center. Finds Ekblad, but it rolled away from him, so he's just got to backhand in and go for a change. Fleury gave it away for a moment behind the net. We're going to get a slash. A penalty on the Penguins. They broke UC Jokinen's stick. And that all started when Fleury made a little error there in stick handling.
That's exactly the point. I don't think Dupre had an option. It was a panic situation.
Pittsburgh penalty 47 slash. 2 minutes.
And it all started, as goalie said, right here. Fleury being a little lax on getting the puck to his defenseman. Right there, the defenseman had to go and make a decision. He decided to try and hold Jokinen's stick back. He broke it. Automatic call.
Third power play of the second period for the Panthers. And Denny, the first two, they didn't score, but it looked good. They had some great chances.
Good shot there. Rick Tocchet, former Philadelphia Flyer now, and of course the former Pittsburgh Penguins. He was there with Mario and the winning teams in the early 90s. Now coaching the power play.
Hard work off the faceoff, and the Penguins are able to work it free. Late in the period, this is huge for the Panthers. Only goal came 4:39 into the game. Hornquist. Trocheck over the line. Trocheck lets fly high. Huberdeau sends it all the way around. Ekblad's got to hustle over, and he does. Good play by Aaron Ekblad. Trocheck behind the net. Panthers going with their young guys along with Brian Campbell trying to get it even. Campbell, slap shot, misses. Big hop on the rebound. Free behind the net. Trocheck hard on the puck. He gets hit by Harrington. And the Penguins able to get the clear.
Who almost got a little break there with the puck going off the referee's skate.
Barkov, Jokinen, and Hayes now on up front. Here comes Barkov. Centering feed, it's Jokinen with a shot. Stick save, Fleury. Jokinen trying to pick it off the end wall, but it's taken by Andrew Ebbett. He's under pressure. Good play by Jokinen. It's Barkov, centering pass. Jokinen couldn't get a shot away. Kulikov now comes on for the Panthers. Penguins are in a change. Kulikov over the line. Barkov after it with Harrington. Hayes back there as well. Barkov, nice play to get it to the point. Campbell, or should I say Kulikov now, out on the point. This is Barkov. Jokinen again. It comes out of the zone. Kulikov looking to go one more time. Jokinen at the line. Hayes goes to the net. There's the pass. There's the shot. Save. Big rebound. Bolin come tee it up. Kulikov keeps it in. David Bolin now.
No stick for Fleury.
Bolin out in front. The shot score. Jokinen.
I think in every way, you can use intense, you can use resilient, but I'll tell you what, the intensity never stopped on this power play. It's like they felt something good had to happen. And watch how in front of the net is Jimmy Hayes, who does a great job. Number 12, he attracts so much attention, and that opened up just a little room for Jokinen in the slot to get it over the shoulder of Marc-Andre Fleury, who had lost his hockey stick. So the Panthers tied up with an important power play goal.
Upshaw after the puck. They get one in the final minute, even strength. It was just as the power play had ended, so it's actually even. But what a big one for the Panthers.
Timely.
The power play, I mean, they're 0 for 3 tonight, Denny, but they've been very good. And unlike past games where the power play has actually killed the Panthers' momentum, it's helped them here tonight.
Exactly, and we saw that in the first period. They had a very good power play. Then it picked up, the rest of the lines picked up as they came on the ice. So there's no question. You ask any coach about their team's power play, what does it offer? It's one thing that energizes every single player on the bench. The guys that are out there or the guys that are watching the power play, if it's successful, it's a big boost, obviously.
Big D-zone draw for McKenzie against Crosby. And where'd it go? It went out of play.
Yeah, right off the face-off.
So remember, you know, this sequence here late in the period, it was the huge Bergenheim hit on Farnham. Then Jokinen was on the forecheck. He got slashed, drew the penalty. And then the power play ended, but the Panthers still had the puck in the zone, and Jokinen scored from Boland and Kulikov. How about Dave Bolandson's coming back? He's got 3 assists. He's also got a couple of shootout goals. Now he's in the circle against Crosby, and Boland won it. Upshaw. Boland is with him. Upshaw in the dying seconds has a chance, but it's deflected away by Letang. And we'll drop the puck one more time in the second period.
You know, you see 8 seconds on the clock, but Upshaw had the puck going across the offensive blue line, and there's plenty of time. Plenty of time to make something happen. He's looking up at the clock right now, wondering, could I have done something different? I think he did the absolute right thing. Try and get a shot on goal.
See what they could set up here, Denny, off the faceoff with 2.2 seconds left. Luongo is going to head to the bench. How about that? So the Panthers will go with the extra forward, trying to get something set right off the draw. Bukestad against Crosby in the circle. You see Ekblad there behind Bukestad. And Bukestad tries to chop it towards the net. Free puck, they won't get a shot away. Second period, the Panthers carried play. They outshot the Pittsburgh Penguins by a count of 13-6, and they get the big goal from the former Penguin to get the game tied.
You know, a very good power play. Seconds after that power play ended, Jokinen puts it past Marc-Andre Fleury, who had lost his hockey stick, and ties it up with only seconds remaining in the second period. All of those things are good. Timely goal right after a good power play, and now the even strength goal has tied it up for the Florida Panthers.
Final game before the holiday break. It's also the first of a 4-game homestand. Great crowd on hand here in Sunrise, Florida, and they are watching a good one. The Panthers get the goal from Jokinen in the final minute of the second period to send us to the third, locked at 1-1.
If I may repeat the words of Sean Thornton, they've got nothing to save it for. Got a 5-day break coming up. Playing on home ice, the veteran Jokinen has tied the game.
The Penguins tonight have just 15 shots on goal. 9 of those from the trio of Crosby, Malkin, and Letang. And now Barkov with Hayes and Bergenheim gets the puck deep. Underway in the third here at the BB&T Center. Penguins goal came 4:39 into the game. Bergenheim digs it free, feeds it down low. The sharp angle shot, score! Jimmy Hayes and Florida leads.
Jimmy Hayes followed it right across the goal line. I think he was probably saying to himself, come on, keep going, puck, keep going. The key is that he works it from the boards. Jimmy Hayes uses his strength. That's why he's in the lineup right now. And you can see how he's watching that puck. Now, if that puck's not going in, watch him. He's making a quick right turn into the goaltender. I don't have to. Oh, what a play by Jimmy Hayes. And you talk about timely goals. What is that? 2 goals in about 20 seconds?
And 2 goals on 2 straight shots. Here comes Crosby the other way, trying to dance in, and Willie Mitchell just wouldn't allow him. Fleury had been so good. Here come the Panthers. Boland chips ahead. Scotty Upshaw moving and shooting, and it's fended off by Fleury. He had 45 saves on 46 shots Saturday. He stopped the first 22 tonight, but the last 2 have beaten him. Jokinen and Hayes, and the Panthers are on top. Dumoulin holds it in. Hit by David Bolin. And Jokinen gets over the line. Jokinen looking for an opening. Takes another shot. They're making Fleury work. And Dupre gives Upshaw a shot.
Let's take a look again. You've got to win those battles. 2-on-2 in the offensive zone. If you're playing your game, you're going to beat those two guys, and the Florida Panthers did. And again, Bergenheim, remember now, he laid that big hit on Farnham at the end of the period just before the game was tied. He got the puck off the battle of the boards, and Jimmy Hayes did the rest. 8th goal of the season. Only Bukestad has more.
Huberdeau nicely holds it in the zone. Scuderi able to play, though. And Huberdeau tried to glove it down, but couldn't. Bergenheim sets up Hayes for the Panther goal that gives him the lead. That puck rolled over the line, offside. Remember, it was Bergenheim with the big hit, Denny, in the second. You talked about him. That's what really got the Panthers going late in the period.
You know, there are things that will never change in the game of hockey. Obviously, energy, being able to roll those four lines. But if you get a fight at times, if you get a solid hit at times, and timely goals are so important in the game of hockey. So if you put away the goal scoring, what's most important? Get the physical edge in the game.
2 goals in 59 seconds. You know, they always talk about those goals in the last minute of a period and the first minute. The Panthers did it both. But now a turnover, and Spalling puts it out in front. It carries wide of the net. Spalling again. Looking to the point, Scuderi. The wrister, Luongo sticks it to the boards. Penguins hold it in. Kenny Malkin. Scuderi again. Pouliot takes a shot. It went wide. It got through the traffic. Penguins are buzzing now. Finally stolen away, and here comes Bergenheim. He gives to Hayes. Back again for Bergenheim. It rolled on him. Bergenheim takes a shot save. Big rebound in front. And Bergenheim again. Big effort by Sean Bergenheim. Hayes, the pass. The shot goes wide from Barkov. Barkov nearly had a steal there. Scuderi lifts to center. Bouncing puck and settled down by Malkin, who stays on the ice and finds a man cutting in Kunitz. Shot blocked by Ekblad. Finally, Malkin lugs off the ice to the bench. The Penguins able to hold it in, and Crosby now off the bench moves. Crosby out in front. Kunitz tucks it into the slot. Campbell is there, and Jokinen clears to center. Upshaw on the wing. It's Bolin. Bolin puts it in front. Mitchell holds it in. Throws it behind the net. Bolin got a stick on it. Hornquist clears the center. Crosby, pass broken up. Good pressure by the red jerseys. Hornquist gets the pass from Crosby. Kunitz at the goal line, puts it in front of the Panther net again. Huberdeau trying to find it, he couldn't, and Crosby misses on the one-timer. The Penguins are pushing now. The Panthers have the lead with the early goal in the third. Kulikov able to clear to center. 3-on-2. It's led by Trocheck. It rolls. Bukestad is there. He shoots, and Fleury makes the save. He took a look behind him. Bukestad was looking 5-hole.
Oh my, a good bounce finally going the Panther way, as this is what makes a great player great. Look at how alone he is. How does that happen? Well, it happens because he's a great player. Puck goes over his stick. Here is the Florida Panthers leading scorer, gets a good opportunity, trying to go 5-hole. Unable to beat Fleury.
McKenzie now with Kiri and Kopetsky.
That's a great way to come out of your zone. That's a Panthers slick shot. A lot of pressure being applied. One pass out and create a 2-on-1 offensive opportunity for yourself. That's the way to come out of the zone and generate the offense.
Kiri moves to center. McKenzie at the line, flips it down the boards. Dumoulin turns it the other way. Chorney gathers it in. Goodbranson with Chorney. They bang behind that Panther net. Olsen works on his man. Kiri trying to dig it out of there. It's stuck between the skates. And Kiri now rolls it around. And Kopetsky Kopetsky will lift it out. That's just hard work right there.
Well, you know those battles cannot be lost, and you can't be outnumbered. Not in your own zone.
Blake Como. And a pass in front picked off by Campbell. They were looking for Malkin. Campbell's lead. Here comes Barkov moving in. Takes a shot, sticked away by Fleury. Barkov spun around at the end boards. Dug free. Bergenheim shoots. And it doesn't go in, or is it on the goal line? Now it's in. And it's Hayes again. Wow. 3-1. The big house in Sunrise is loving big Jimmy Hayes tonight.
I don't know. Call him chairman of the blue paint. Jimmy Hayes right around the net. You can't move him out of the way, and he is persistent. He got his stick on the play, and again, Bergenheim creating the opportunity with a forecheck on defenseman Scuderi, able to walk right in front of the net, and Jimmy Hayes puts it away. Oh, that's the kind of work that you're expecting from this line. The guys who are making it happen, Bergenheim and Hayes, and they have grinders no more. They're opportunists.
They're going to take a look at this. I first thought the Bergenheim one may have gone in.
Yeah, I did
and
too,
now,
actually.
are we getting a penalty here? No? Okay.
Now, adding time to the clock. So I
Okay,
think
there
there
we
was
go.
not even a review situation on the play. But I'm with you. I thought Bergenheim's shot kind of went over the
I
top.
think it did, and then Hayes batted it in.
Oh, well.
Either way, the Panthers, now Letang the other way shoots wide. 3 goals in 5 minutes and 19 seconds.
And this is where Panthers have to have a good shift again right here. Not allow any hope for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
2 for Hayes, that's now 9 on the year. Bolin with a steal. And how about Sean Bergenheim? He has just gone to work in this game. He had that big hit late in the second that really got things juiced up. Panthers got a goal later on, and Bergenheim has assisted on both Hayes goals here in the third. Now 9 on the year for Hayes. Klinkhammer with a steal. Here's Farnham. That's the man who Bergenheim got the big hit on. Good to see him back on the ice. Marcel Gotch looking, holding. Gotch still with it. Trocheck stole it. Trocheck fights off Gotch. Bukestad over the line. Stops, waits, puts it in front, redirected by Trocheck off Gotch's skate. Trocheck again against his hometown team, the Penguins. Good work by Bukestad. Aaron Ekblad slap shot blocked down in front. 3 straight goals against Marc-Andre Fleury, who is 10-1-2 in his last 13 games. 3rd in the league in save percentage. But the Panthers have gotten 3 quick ones by him. Kopetsky just would not allow Dumoulin to get out clean. Here comes Malkin to center. Malkin stick handling over the line. He overskates, but Smalling is there. The bump from Peary. Como shovels it up to the point. And back down low, Smalling. Through him. Malkin with Ekblad on him. And the Panthers work it free. Boy, Aaron Ekblad has been matched up with Evgeny Malkin numerous times tonight, and Ekblad has really done a nice job. Como to center. This is a 3-on-2. Now it's Malkin. Centering feed. Como. Oh, the back check by Peary. But it's a penalty. The Penguins will get a power play chance, but how about the Panthers? Jimmy Hayes, 2 goals early in the third. And the Panthers are up a pair. 3-1, the Panthers lead on 3 straight goals. Who is that, Mr. Fashion?
Drew Goldfarb in his socks. Wow, the Panthers explode here with 3 quick goals. But I want to take you back to the second period. Gerard Gallant, the timeout, not happy. Getting after his troops. Yelling at a few players. And then the response, big hit by Bergenheim. Little emotion. And then here we go. Let her roll. They get the goal by Jokinen, 1-1 going into the third. And big Jimmy Hayes gets his first of 2 goals. Hard work again. Panthers now outworking the Penguins. Jimmy Hayes, guys, now has 20 goals in 77 games in a Panther uniform. Panthers rolling hot.
He has been impressive. They're going to the net, but now Gerard Gallant's penalty kill needs to do the job again with Peary in the box. They are 7 for 7 in this home-and-home series so far in the penalty kill. You see the 2 tonight, 5 others on Saturday when Pittsburgh got a 3-1 win.
Look out for that breakaway pass they've tried. Kunitz is hanging around the offensive blue line.
Malkin for Letang. Over to Crosby. Fans on the shot again. From the same spot as before.
They change that stick.
Willie Mitchell digs it free. The help from Kulikov. And it bounces out. For Jimmy Hayes, this is the third 2-goal game of his career. And now 9 goals on the season, a game after he was a scratch. Oh, Kopetsky nearly had it, didn't he?
You don't see Crosby being so predictable with his next play.
Good effort by McKenzie as Crosby chopped him down from behind. Here's Kopetsky 1-on-2. He'll let fly. And that's up and out of play. Good job so far on the PK.
You don't want to take too many offensive chances when you're killing a penalty, but sometimes, you know, the guy with the puck just sells it or just gives it to you. And you got an opportunity where the Florida Panthers there just turned the puck over and got Crosby on the play I was talking about was the fact that Crosby was trying to make a pass across the ice and Kopetsky picked it up.
Dave Bolin killed a little time there off the draw. Bolin set up the first Panther goal late in the second to tie the game by Jussi Jokinen. Olsen with a steal. Oh, this penalty kill right here is a thing of beauty by the Florida Panthers. We're down a half a minute to go on the Peary penalty. Pouliot, Dupre. Here a young D-man. Goodbranson shoves Dupre. McKenzie hustles over. He gets hit by Gotch, but Olsen does the job. Now it's Rust. Knocked down by McKenzie. Scooped up by Pouliot to the forehand. Couldn't get a shot away. Upshaw and Olsen just blanketed him. Here he's on his feet. And he's out of the penalty box. The Panthers have nearly doubled the Penguins in shots. And the crowd responds to the super penalty kill. It remains a 3-1 lead. Out in front, Klinkhammer. He goes down. Bukestad back to help. Bukestad trying to find it. Kulikov there as well. Farnham and Ebbett working for the Penguins. Bukestad worked it free. It deflected off Huberdeau and out of the zone. And it's an offside call on Pittsburgh.
So we'll just bring you back to the penalty killing situation. Sometimes you can just read it right there. You can see where the intended pass was across from Crosby to Letang. But normally that pass is not even attempted, but well read by Kopetsky. He just read it like a letter.
Kopetsky has filled that role so well this year for the Panthers.
You know, you think there's a lot of things that are interchangeable on the Florida Panthers, but partly because of the fact that, you know, they've been healthy. Coach Gallant hasn't had to do a lot of interchanging. He has kept the same guys who have killed penalties so well all season long. Not the best in the NHL, but pretty darn good.
Now they're creeping up there now. 10th at home coming into tonight. And 14th overall. They're 3 for 3 in the game. 10 minutes to go. Crosby with a steal. Oh, Sean Bergenheim. Oh, the Broward Sheriff's Office. He just robbed Crosby. Offside call on the Panthers, though. The Cats, who have been the best team in the NHL in goals against in the third, are trying to close it out. Big night at the BB&T Center. The Panthers have responded with 3 straight goals to lead the Penguins 3-1. Denny, this is the second of a home-and-home that was pretty nasty in the first game in Pittsburgh the other night.
It was just a different kind of rough. It wasn't rough clean like what we're seeing here. Good hits on both sides, but not penalties taken. It was chippy and nasty in Pittsburgh. And right here, the Florida Panthers, with their big hits, continue to play the style of hockey they play best. They play aggressive, but they stay out of the penalty box, and they don't hinder the regular flow of rolling those four lines that Coach Gallant likes so much.
Pittsburgh Penguins came in fourth in the NHL in goals scored, third in the NHL in goals allowed. Panthers are fourth in the league in goals allowed, so these two are the best defensive teams in the league. And the Panthers got 3 quick ones in 5.5 minutes against Fleury. 2 by Jimmy Hayes, first multiple game goal scorer for a Panther in the last 7, when Bukestad did it a while ago. Upshaw able to bang it out of the zone. Bergenheim has a pair of assists in this third on the Hayes goals. Crosby is on the ice for Pittsburgh. And he's at the line, but it's off his stick. Barkov slaps it out to center. And then moved along by Hayes. The Panthers D has been on lockdown tonight. The Penguins, even with the 3 power plays, have just 16 shots. And a steal by Barkov. Lead pass Hayes, broken up by Letang. They got only 1 shot on goal here in the third, Pittsburgh. Letang looks. Carries himself. Rust at the line. Couldn't get it past Brian Campbell. Barkov back defensively again. Nifty feed for Bergenheim and cleared. A deflected puck beat Luongo at 4:39 of the first. That's been it for Pittsburgh. Bukestad gets it deep. Trocheck hits Dupre, separates him from the puck. And then Huberdeau gives back to Trocheck. Out in front, it deflects off the body wide. Ebbett for Pittsburgh. Able to clear. But Trocheck just stays with it. I mean, look at the aggressive play. And the attitude by Trocheck, I mean, falling all over the place, and here he is again moving in. He wouldn't be denied. Sets up Olsen, wrist shot, and a glove save by Marc-Andre Fleury. What a shift by Trocheck. The chance of a lifetime yesterday and tomorrow sit side by side at Daytona 500 this February 22nd. Tickets are on sale at Daytona500.com.
You know, stats won't tell you everything, and we know that being in the game, Trocheck only has 1 shot on goal, and so it doesn't appear like he's done all that much. But when you look at the forecheck, that's the most important part. He has been the F1. He has been the guy who's knocked the defenseman off the puck and allowed a teammate to get the loose puck in the offensive zone.
Upshaw behind the net. They give to Jokinen. So Upshaw now going with Bolin and Jokinen, with Peary along with McKenzie and Kopecky. Little line change in there in the third. Crosby bats it back to the line. Bolin is after it, and David Bolin has it. He set up the first goal by Jokinen, which was huge in the final minute of the second period to tie the game. The Panthers have now lapped the Penguins more than double the shots on goal. Campbell throws it back down low. Kopecky going to work here. Scuderi works it free, though. Campbell again. And now it's Ekblad. Content to put it back to the end boards. Spaulding clears ahead, but Malkin couldn't handle it. Penalty coming up on the Panthers. Malkin got his stick knocked out of his hand with 6:47 to go. McKenzie didn't like it. He thought Malkin dropped the stick a bit too easy. Remember the other night he was called for 2 embellishments, Malkin.
4-17 slash.
Well, the competitor right there, you see, he does. The stick is not broken, by the way. It goes out of the hands. You know, that rule should really change. I mean, I think I can understand if you break the stick, but if the guy drops his stick, seems to me, I mean, if you drop your hammer in your carpenter, you're not doing real well, right?
No.
I mean, come on.
It's your tool of the trade.
There you go.
So big kill again for the Panthers
carpenters,
now.
by the way. Love carpenters. 2
straight power plays here for the Penguins in the third. Boland after the puck, and he knocks it away from Malkin. Good effort by Dave Boland.
Not hard to get the second and third effort from these guys.
He's been back a couple of weeks, has 3 assists and a couple of shootout goals. Crosby at the dot. Nice poke check by Mitchell. Penguins work it. Malkin. Letang straight on, slap shot. Luongo's there. And Jokinen gets it down the ice. We approach 6 minutes to go. Pittsburgh Penguins second best in the NHL. 22-6-4. The Panthers have a 3-1 lead on them. Trying to extend the home point streak to 6. Crosby knocks it down at the line and a wrist shot wide. Boland again beat Malkin to the puck.
Good play by Goodbranson. This set up very much like the first goal of the game. Hornquist in front of the net looking for the deflection, but Goodbranson knocked him to the ice. He never had a chance to get a piece of the puck.
Crosby's got to be a little tired, no?
Yeah, I would think.
They took it from him. Lead pass, Kopetsky through him. Letang was back. Panthers get another change on the PK. There's that stretch pass, but Willie Mitchell knew Spalling was there. And we get an offside call on the Penguins. Half a minute to go on the McKenzie penalty.
Willie Mitchell is smart enough to understand that this is not unlike football. When you get a good lead, there's no reason for your back-end guys to play uptight to the scrimmage line, right? So Willie Mitchell can play back a little bit. He can allow some open ice through the neutral zone. You just don't want to let the home run pass get through you.
Another clear for the Panthers. Remember, all this on the PK without Derek McKenzie, who anchors that top PK unit. Still 15 to go. The Penguins go for one more rush. On the man advantage, it's Rust. Moving on the backhand, puts the brakes on. Pouliot looking for a lane. And there's the shot, and they score. It's tipped in front. And Spalling makes it a one-goal game.
Somehow you got to be bigger. The deflections in front of the net. Plenty of time to see that, and somehow that puck gets around Roberto Luongo. Oh boy. It's the inside of the leg of Derek. No, they're not giving it to Spalling. That Derek Pouliot is a defenseman. He will not get the goal. So the goal scorer will be number 13, Spalling.
One-goal game. The Penguins answer back. 2 straight penalties by the Panthers. They nearly got out of it, but could not get all the way out. And now an icing call on the Cats. And here we go down the stretch in another one-goal game.
I've got the simple answer. They're just not comfortable with a 2-goal lead. A little tongue-in-cheek, of course, but this is a situation when you get a power play that at one point this season was 36% efficiency. You can change a lot of people, but the key ethic is there. Get in front of the net.
Here's Letang putting it towards the front of the net, tipped away by Barkov. Malkin spins away. Here's a shot, stick save, Luongo. Campbell settles things down, clears the puck. And stolen by Barkov. Walking out in front, sets up Hayes, the shot flurry, the save. Hayes already has 2 in the third. And he had a shot on goal there. What a finish coming up. The Panthers up 1 on Pittsburgh. The big crowd enjoying it tonight. They're partying in Sunrise, but there's still hockey to go. We now have a 1-goal game. Let's take a look at our ADT defensive play of tonight's game from Dmitry Kulikov.
Well, this is some kind of a deflection that you like when you're a defenseman. Right here, the shot on goal. Roberto Luongo did not have to make the save. Dmitry Kulikov, you'll see it here, gets his stick in the way. That puck was in the back of the net. That was an excellent defensive play, and that's where you talk about when you hear coaches talking about keep your stick on the ice, keep your stick in the lanes. It's not always just to deflect an intended pass. That deflected a sure goal.
Hayes will take the face-off here. How about Hayes with Huberdeau and Bergenheim on the ice for the Panthers?
Hayes a +3. Line mates are +2 in this game.
Or should I say Barkov? My mistakes. That line intact was Barkov, not Huberdeau. Kunitz over the Panther line. Bergenheim knocks it back. Bergenheim, 2 assists in the third on both Hayes goals. And that second one, right now the difference. Bergenheim trying to work it free. Penguins hold it in. Kunitz tied up by Campbell. They work to Luongo's left in the Florida zone. To the line it goes and it's out. And Hayes trying to find it. Bouncing around. Dumoulin circles back. Bolin hops on. With Jokinen and Upshaw. It's that one change they made on the line. Upshaw swapping spots with Peary. Fired cross ice. Malkin bangs with Campbell. Malkin down on his knees. Bolin came over. Finds Upshaw. He's under pressure. Malkin with a steal out in front. Tries to jam it home and they score. And we're tied.
It's not as though you want to give a great player more opportunities than he deserves. The puck is given right back to Malkin, who goes to the front of the net, and Luongo's not able to stop the play. There is 3 whacks at it, and eventually it goes in off the far goal post.
Oh, the Panthers seem to be in control with about 5 minutes to go. 2 goals in a minute 42, and the Penguins have gotten it even.
Scotty Upshaw's got to do a better job on the wall. He had the puck. He turned it back towards Malkin. That puck has to go forward. That's a mistake a winger cannot make on the boards.
So we're back to square one with 3 minutes left. Here's Trocheck turning and shooting, deflected wide. Huberdeau behind the net with Bjugstad. Bjugstad's got it. Bjugstad holding to the point. Good Branson in the slap shot. That hit escape. Huberdeau puts it on goal. Stopped by Fleury. What a game this has been. Kunitz trying to catch up to it, but he couldn't. Offside.
And again, the Florida Panthers are tested to the point where you've got to forget what just happened, whether it's Upshaw or whether it's Roberto Luongo, not seemingly making an attempt to use that hockey stick to poke check or to cover the side of the net. Malkin able to walk right in, unimpeded, and I don't know, tough play by Upshaw, but certainly a makeable save in my books.
Gallant goes right back to the Barkov line. Bergenheim trying to get it deep. Free at center. Gotch has it. Lead pass on the wing. It's Ebbett towards the net. Tipped wide by Klinkhammer. Ebbett with Campbell now. Klinkhammer's in there. Barkov checks him. Panthers working to Bergenheim. Clear to center. Scuderi there, and it's tipped right back in. Penguins led 1-0. Panthers led 3-1. And now we're even, and the Panthers going to call for an icing here.
Just under 2 minutes remaining. Now you're going to go to the well. You're going to see a lot of this guy. You see Jokinen used in every possible situation, as Coach Gallant said, except defensive goaltending so far.
Mitchell. And Mitchell back again. Crosby watches him. Mitchell trying to fight him off, and he does. Kopetsky looking to get it out, and he does, but it goes into the Panther bench. 1:38 left.
Well, again, this is where we can certainly reiterate what we've said in the beginning. There's nothing to save it for. Both these teams are going to have a much-needed time off for the Christmas holidays, and for the Pittsburgh Penguins, maybe they get all the illnesses out of the way. Florida Panthers, a much-needed rest for a team who's played the second most road games in the NHL, and they start that way again in January.
Here's Letang letting go, and the glove save Luongo.
One thing you've got to worry about, or at least I would think about if I were on the ice, Pittsburgh Penguins have devised several ways of creating a stretch pass, like that breakaway pass. Early in the game, they tried it. They tried it a couple of times back in Pittsburgh. I would imagine, given the opportunity, they'll try it again here.
Bukestad and Gotch in the circle. It comes to the point. Held in. Harrington broke his stick on the shot. Here comes Vincent Trocheck. Scuderi just jumped over on D. Trocheck finds Huberdeau. He's got a chance. It goes wide. Good rush and set up by Trocheck. Bukestad with a steal. Tucks it back for Kulikov. Approaching a minute left. Malkin is out there. He tied the game 2 minutes ago. Here he comes. Hornquist makes a move, gets in and shoots, deflected wide. Taken by Goodbranson. Bukestad gets out. Up ahead for Trocheck. Smartly gets it deep. Pouliot challenged by Bergenheim. Olsen held it in, but then it deflects back. Goodbranson. Free puck at center. Crosby plays it back. Barkov bearing down on Pouliot. He unloaded quickly to Scuderi. Cross ice for Crosby. Clear to the Panther line. And that puck deflects high off the glass. Stays in play. 15 to go in the third. Penguins here, no icing. Willie Mitchell loses Kunitz. 5 left. Kulikov at center. And the overtime shootout Kings will go again. The teams exchange a pair of goals in the third period. Hayes twice, and then Spaulding and Malkin to tie it. Overtime is next. What a game. We are going overtime here at the BB&T Center. The Penguins led 1-0. The Panthers got 3 quick goals late in the second, early in the third. But then 2 more late in the third by the Penguins. And here we are at 3-3.
And again, it probably doesn't need to get to this point as the Florida Panthers, with the 2 goals from Jimmy Hayes, very much in control of the hockey game. A couple of poor decisions, and all of a sudden you're back in a situation where you've got to go to overtime.
There's a look at the records. The Panthers have won 3 straight shootouts. You know that story by now. The Cats, now a 6-game point streak at home. Points in 9 of 10 near at home now. But this extra point is huge.
Well, if you want to get a statistic that may make you feel good, the Pittsburgh Penguins' last 2 road games have both been overtime losses. Well,
and the big thing for the Penguins, Malkin and Crosby don't play together much during regulation. 4-on-4, they will be out there together, so you're going to have to pay attention to that dynamic duo.
Malkin tied the game late in the third with 3:10 to go. And here we go in overtime.
So the last 2, just to jump in and correct or make sure the point is across, Penguins' last 2 road games have been gone to overtime. They have lost in overtime, and the other one lost in a shootout.
Jokinen and Bolin up front for the Panthers. Mitchell sends Jokinen in. Jokinen's got a chance on the backhander. Fleury to save. Oh, you see Jokinen was moving quickly. Malkin falls down, but so does Jokinen. Bolin takes over, looking to win it. In front, Kulikov is stopped by Fleury. And Kulikov got hit hard. He's slow getting up. It's Jokinen again. Busey in front. Cut off by Harrington. Kulikov slow getting off. Look at Bolin battling. But now the Penguins have it. Kulikov really shaken up on the bench. Crosby for Malkin. Oh, Luongo with a save. They're going for it early in overtime. It's Crosby again for Malkin. Back for Crosby. Luongo another stop. And Bukestad has the puck. Here comes Big Nick. Tipping it ahead to center. Bukestad's with Huberdeau. Bukestad stays after it. Fighting through the check of Dupre. Bukestad still with it behind the net. Campbell. Bukestad again. Battling Dumoulin. Bukestad goes down. Dupre now and Huberdeau going at it. Oh, they're not sitting back in overtime now. Chris Kunitz for the Penguins. They turn it over the Panther line. Barkov and Hayes are now on. Hayes has scored twice. He's got it at center. 3 Penguins are back. Barkov for Hayes. Around for Ekblad. Taken though by Pouliot. Hayes is with him. Hayes won't let him out. He gives to Rust. And Hayes knocks it away from him, but Pouliot is there. Clear to the Panther line. Offside on the Penguins.
Well, Kulikov is still on the bench, but he appears to be hurting. Or is he on the bench? Watch what happens as Kulikov drives to the net. Right there, he gets hit from the side. Oh, I thought he was from behind, but Letang hit him. And I think what he did is see the open rib cage right there? A little elbow in the rib cage. Well, that knocks the wind out of you.
Penguins call timeout. Kulikov is back on the bench. And boy, what chances the Panthers. Couple opportunities to end it early in overtime.
Now this is Kulikov trying to come up with the play on the offense. You can see he doesn't have a goal yet in the season. He's certainly hoping to change that. What a time it would be. He thought of moving up in the play, maybe creating an odd man rush. It almost worked.
This Panther team has been fun to watch this year. Their 14th overtime game. They lead the NHL. They now have points in 15 of their last 20. Trying to get the extra point here.
And Denny and Goldie, how many times have we seen the Panthers being outworked in a game? Maybe 1 or 2 times all year. You want a team identity? Well, that's it. This team does not get outworked on many nights. That is their staple.
You know, that's one of the reasons why you see the team like Pittsburgh doing well with a depleted staff. They have more talent. Don't argue that with Malkin and Crosby, yet they work their butts off as well.
Olsen back in his own zone. Got it to the line. Pouliot held it in. Throws it to the corner. Good Branson. Good play to fend off Spaulding. Now it's Kopecky getting hit. Letang takes the puck. Centering pass for Russ. The shot blocked by Olsen. But it's held in. Letang in front shoots. He hit the crossbar. And then Letang fires it all the way back. Trocheck getting after it. Fleury way out of the net. Gets it by Trocheck. Crosby back on the ice. He and Malkin had a couple of chances. Campbell picked it off. Brian Campbell moving in. Looking in front. Tipped away by Fleury. Malkin through center. Mitchell is back. Bolin on the back check, takes the puck away. Clears for Jokinen. One-on-one with Scuderi. Jokinen waiting for help. He gets it. Willie Mitchell in front. Campbell couldn't get the shot off. They were looking for the one-timer.
They were looking for the shot, maybe the rebound, not for the pass.
$1:40 to go in overtime. Dupre shoots in. Mitchell plays it away from Hornquist. Dupre after the puck. Campbell got a stick on it, but it's in the corner now. And Kunitz gets it back again. Kunitz up at the blue line. Willie Mitchell back up the boards trying to get it to Campbell. Couldn't. Harrington with a wrister blocked away in front. Hit some skates. Letang holds the puck. Letang still with it. Trying to lose Jokinen. In front of the net. It goes wide. Penguins have pressure now. Campbell tips it away. Harrington moved along by Bjugstad. Harrington got rid of it quickly. Penguins break in again. Huberdeau's now on the ice. He couldn't clear the zone. Letang in front. Sticked away by Luongo. Bodies bang behind the net. Letang tipped up high to Harrington. Cross ice. Huberdeau got a stick on it. Huberdeau will dump it all the way down.
End of a shift for those guys.
Half a minute to go in a thrilling overtime.
Huberdeau should have gone off the ice.
He stays on, though.
I know he should have gone off.
He nearly got the steal, and now Barkov does. Huberdeau on the wing, late in overtime, in front through Barkov. 15 to go. Huberdeau checks Crosby. Barkov up high. Good Branson trying to win it in front. Batted back. Olsen with a chance. He couldn't tee it up. And Crosby with 5. Racing to center. Malkin goes to the net. Luongo the save. And that's it. exciting team in the NHL. They're pretty close.
I tell you what, the last time I saw hockey like this, I think it was on the Ottawa River. This is how can you not? There hasn't been a person that's left this building, that's for sure.
Well, we take you back last week here at the BB&T Center. 20 rounds before Bukestad won it. Thursday night, we were in Philly. A mere 6 rounds before Bolin and Luongo won it. And you go back 2 games before that, the Panthers won a shootout in Detroit. So their 3rd shootout in the last, or their 4th shootout now in the last 6 games. Wow.
And I tell you, much like a lot of the other shootouts, remember, the ice is not even scraped. So there is snow, there might be ruts. The goaltenders heading back to their net. Marc-Andre Fleury, 4 goals allowed on 10 shots. And
42 shots.
Roberto Luongo, 42 shots in shootout.
Malkin, there's the numbers on his career, 1 for 4 this year. He'll start the shootout. Slowly, Luongo closed it up. Roberto's getting pretty good at these, isn't he?
Well, I tell you what, they're looking for that 5-hole, and Malkin has taken his time looking for it. And you see how quickly Roberto Luongo just closed. I think Roberto said, come on, test me.
Brandon Peary's 2 for 2 this year over the last week and a half. And they have been absolutely filthy. Let's see what he does here against Fleury. Peary with those mitts, slowly waits. And Fleury with a nice pad save.
Tell you what, he almost got the puck underneath that right pad as Fleury was extending with the stick right here. Whoa, how close was that?
The captain, Crosby, is next. He's perfect this season, 3 for 3. Been super in his career. Crosby and Luongo. And Roberto stops him.
3 guys going for the same 5-hole, which is between the legs of these goaltenders. And 2 of the elites in the league have been able to close that opening quicker than the shooter has been able to put it there.
Second round, Trocheck, perfect in his career. Had one in Detroit a few games ago, and the Panthers beat the Red Wings. He speeds in on Fleury, the Pittsburgh boy, in front. And Fleury makes the stop.
He may have lost it. That is one of the troubles with trying to handle the puck. Lots of snow on the ice. He tries to pull it back, and he just loses it.
Yeah, no save there. You're right, Denny.
Yeah, just lose it.
That's a great look by our Fox Sports Florida cameras.
It's the new thing this year. They don't clean the ice at all.
Here's Letang. 3rd shooter for the Penguins. Oh, Roberto! He stops Malkin, Crosby, and Letang, and Florida can win it.
Maybe silly of me to say this, but everybody knows there's no rebound allowed. Letang trying to shoot it back towards the net.
Bukestad 1-1 in San Jose with the game decided earlier this year. He flies in trying to end it. Misses wide. Will go to a 4th round.
Boy, I tell you what, hard to tell from here, but Bukestad must have seen the opening. He just didn't quite hit the target that he wanted. He put everything in it. He certainly put everything in the shot.
Chris Kunitz. That's his career numbers. He has not had a shootout attempt this season. The veteran Kunitz comes in on Luongo. To the backhand. Oh, what a glove save! Oh, that glove is magic from Roberto. Another chance for the Panthers to win it. Wow.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, the key thing is he couldn't allow his glove to fall over the goal line. That would have been a goal.
Jonathan Huberdeau, 4th shooter for the Panthers. Looking to beat Fleury and send everybody home. The poke check never got a shot away.
You know, even the Kunitz shot, which was a great save, you just don't get the love from the ice when you're trying to go to the backhand. It is tough ice right now. The successful shooters have shot the puck.
Hornquist, former Nashville Predator, his first attempt this year. He'll scoop up with speed. And Luongo again. Just slamming the door.
Again, Hornquist going to the backhand. He scored earlier, but that was on a deflection. Scored the first goal of the game. Roberto makes a save.
The former Penguin, Jokinen. A goal in the game tonight. Third straight chance for the Panthers to win it. Can Jokinen beat his former teammate Fleury? Jussi waits. Oh, it looked like he may have had some room, but it stays out and we continue.
Again, it looked like the puck went up on his blade. I think the puck went flat up on his blade, and then you hook it when that happens. Not unusual. Bad break for Jokinen.
And the last few, Fleury hasn't had to make the stop. The rookie Pouliot, his second NHL game. And Roberto Luongo again. He gives the Panthers a fourth straight chance to win it.
Pouliot getting his first goal in the NHL on his first shot Monday night in Pittsburgh. The seventh player in franchise history, Pittsburgh, to accomplish that feat.
Bolin scored in the last two shootouts. Trying to send the folks home for the holiday with a win. Oh, Fleury looked behind him, but he had it.
I think this is the right thing to do. I do not deny the fact that this is absolutely the right thing to do. Get that shot, put it in as hard as you can, and try and miss the goalie, obviously.
Here we go again. Seventh round now. Simon Dupre, the defenseman. First time in his career. Nothing doing.
You know, when the goaltenders now can use their sticks so much, this is where I was wondering whether Roberto might have been able to use his stick in a better way against Malkin to stop that third goal. Roberto using his stick there.
Alexander Barkov, another shot for the Cats to win it in the seventh round. Barkov, let's go home, baby! The Cats do it again!
What was that? Oh, my. That is so sneaky. And everybody's laughing at it. It's like, here I am saying it's going to have to be a really hard shot. And Barkov says, no, Dennis, it's going to be a very well-placed shot. And that's exactly what happened. Barkov on the one-handed backhand gets it over the glove and the pad. Amazing. Florida Panthers, 2 points. And they don't mind giving up a point to this Pittsburgh Penguins team.
A seven-round shootout, a mere bag of shells for the Shootout Kings. The only goal from Alexander Barkov. Roberto Luongo does the job. He has now faced 49 shooters already this season. He has allowed just 11 goals. And look at this from the teenager beating Fleury. He is the fifth Panther this year to get a game-deciding goal in the shootout. And look at this look from our cameras. That is just beautiful.
It's just amazing. I mean, all due respect to Marc-Andre Fleury, that is the kind of goal that makes you look a little silly. The fact is, it wasn't a hard shot. It was a well-placed shot. And Barkov sure had me fooled. But he had it in his mind how he was going to beat probably the hottest goaltender in the NHL right now, and he did.
Third star for Bergenheim, that big hit and a pair of assists. The Rats continue to come flying down.
Panthers with the deciding goal in the shootout.
There's Barkov.
Number 16, Alexander Barkov.
He's the second star tonight. Another home win for the Panthers before the big crowd tonight. Here's numero uno.
Number 12, Jimmy Hayes.
Big Jimmy Hayes, a pair of goals in the third. The Panthers proved resilient again. The Penguins came back and tied this game. And then Luongo shut the door in overtime. Some chances for Crosby and Malkin. And Luongo then stopped all 7 shooters in the shootout. The Panthers win it. We got a big post-game show coming up. No surprise, this one went long again, Drew.